Hey everybody, how's it going? Diecast Construction Expert here, and today we're going to be doing a review. Here we have the Komatsu PC138USLC-11 excavator, which has been produced in 1/50th scale by First Gear Inc. This has been in production for a couple of months now, and they just released it this month, the month of August. I received this today on the 18th. I believe I placed my order on the 14th or the 15th, so it came pretty quickly. I did purchase it from 3000 Toys, so that's just a little bit of background info there. Before we hop into the review, I just wanted to take a moment to show you some of the specifications on the back side of the box that it has there. If you want, you can pause the video and check that out further. Alright, so getting into the review, what we're all here for. This has basically been asked for from First Gear for a long time from a lot of collectors. It's not exactly what I was expecting them to do, but nevertheless, I'm definitely excited that they produced it. You know, I'm excited to be able to give you this review of it because it is definitely a really cool model. Hopping right into the review, I'm going to start out with the back side of the machine. As you can see there, we have the nice Komatsu decal on the additional counterweight that is added there. Along the bottom of that, you have the danger keep off swing area decal, along with the two reflective red, I guess you would call them just warning decals there along the back. On this side of the car body, you can see that we have some vents that have been etched and painted there, along with a small little door latch. Coming around to the cab, fairly nice detailing there. We've got a little bit of etched out detail along the bottom right side. Along the top left corner, we have the Komatsu decal. As you can see, there is a mirror that has been added. It has just been silvered. It is not a mirrored surface. There is also, along the cab, top of the cab, there is two lights and there is a handrail. There is some sort of a windshield wiper that has been molded in to the left side of the cab that you can barely tell. It's not the greatest addition ever, but it's there. While we're here, we've got the nice triple grouser tracks. They do roll fairly freely. I'm not going to roll them too much, but they roll pretty nicely, and there is no tensioner there, so keep that in mind. There is no tensioner on these tracks. The tracks do appear to be plastic. That's what they feel like, at least. I'm not 100% sure on that, but if I had to guess, that's probably what they are. We have a blade here, which I'm a big fan of myself. They've got the hydraulic guarding on top of the hydraulics for the blade. And while I'm here, this is as low as the blade will go, unfortunately. I'm sure there's a way to modify that, but that's as low as I can get it to go in stock form. But it will raise up nice and high, which is nice, and it will hold just about any pose in between. So that is definitely something that I definitely like a lot. Starting to get up towards the boom and the stick here. As you can tell, there's the Komatsu decal on the boom, of course. The hydraulic lines along the top of the boom are all plastic. It's rubbery type plastic, so it will move around a little freely there, and thankfully it's replicated somewhat realistically. This little line up here is a little awkward, but besides that, the lines are good. The hydraulics seem to be fairly stiff on the boom itself as well. I mean, it'll, for the most part, hold just about any pose. It does start to sag a little bit, but we'll get into that a little bit more. Moving down to the stick, nothing too wild happening with the stick there. Then lastly, we have the bucket. If we can focus there, let's see. I don't know why we can't focus on that, but it's just a 4-tooth digging bucket. Let's see if we can finally focus here. We're getting there. But there it is. That's just the 4-tooth digging bucket that it comes with. Nothing too wild. No wear plating on the back side of the bucket, anything like that. As you can tell, it's fairly straightforward. Then on the opposite side of the machine, we have more of the lines that we can see. Pretty straightforward. We do have an additional light on this side of the boom, which is nice. Also, we have a couple of grab rails that go up to the top of the machine. As you can tell up here, there is a little mirror here as well, along with the area where you will fill the machine up with diesel. We also have a smaller little Komatsu decal along with the PC138 decal nicely displayed there. And then on this side of the machine we also have the etched out grill with another latch there. While we were at the back, I did forget to mention right there on top we do have a rearward facing camera. Very nice little addition there. On the car body of the machine, it's going to be a little difficult to see this. Try to make it out the best we can. You can see they've got some textured anti-slip surfaces there. Very nice addition. On the back of the cab there is also an additional grab rail there. And then right here is your exhaust stack. There'd also be a little compartment that you would flip up as well, or whenever you're servicing the exhaust system and other things in that area. Real quick, we'll get to the functionality. Obviously it'll spin a full 360 degrees, so I'm not going to cover that. I'll go ahead and raise the blade up just for shits. So that's everything up as high as it'll go. Unfortunately, there are some nubs on the inside of the boom that will only allow the stick to curl in this far. I do plan on making an adjustment to that. Thankfully, the stick will extend all the way and the bucket is able to lay flat, which is one of the nicer things that I look for in a model myself personally. Every cylinder for the most part will extend the way that it should. And this is another fairly big one for a lot of guys, the dig depth. So as you can see there, it will dig down very deep. I don't want to get too crazy and carried away here, but you get the idea. It'll dig down deep like it should. Besides that, I'm going to try to see if I can show you the cab. It might be a little difficult, but maybe you can see in there. You can see the joysticks. You can see the seat there in the back. You can see the little console off to the left. Pretty standard stuff. On the inside of the boom where the hydraulics are, you can see there's some hydraulic lines going to the boom cylinders as well. So that is also another nice addition that they did there for us. Overall, guys, I think this is a really cool model. There is some plastic and rubber used throughout the model. However, I don't think that takes away from the model. So I would definitely recommend getting one. And that's going to wrap it up, guys. This has been a little bit longer review than I was hoping for, but we got it done. So as always, please like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, check me out on Instagram at diecast construction expert. We'll see y'all next video.